Hello everyone, welcome to Lit Learning English Literature channel. Today's video on Structuralism Part 1. What is Structuralism? Structuralism is a way of studying things like language, literature or culture by looking at the underlying structure that shapes them. For example, just like a building has a structure, every story, language or society has a structure made up of a pattern and rules, right? Structuralism studies how meaning is created by systems, patterns and relationships, not by individual emotions or intentions, or a method of understanding meaning through underlying structures and systems. Most important facts that you should remember: Roland, Barthes and Jacques Derrida explored the possibilities of applying structuralist principles to literature. Jacques Lacan studied psychology in the light of structuralism, blending Sigmund Freud and Saussure. Michel Foucault's The Order of Things examined the history of science to study the structures of epistemology. Louis Althusser combined Marxism and structuralism to create his own brand of social analysis. Okay, so this is what the structuralism and the important facts that you should remember about structuralism. And the next one, Ferdinand de Saussure's ideas. He is one of the most important literary theorists who is connected with structuralism, right? Ferdinand de Saussure, a Swiss linguist, language is a system of a science. Each sign has two parts, signifier and signified. The word or a sound, signifier. Signified, the concept or idea. For example, that I have written it in a bracket. Signifier, like a cake. Okay. Signified, the concept or idea, the image of a cake in your mind. So which is called signified. The relationship between them is arbitrary. There is no natural link between the two words and the meaning. We understand meaning by differences, not by individual words. Cake means cake because it's not a chocolate or a jalebi or some kind of rasmalai. Alva. So cake is cake. The image, the word or a sound. ಏನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಸೈನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗೋಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು, ರೌಂಡ್ ಶೇಪ್, ರೈಟ್? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಲೀಫ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೊಂದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಏನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇರೋದು, ಸೌಂಡು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ. ಸೊ ಅದೇನು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಏನು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಲೀಫ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫೈಯರ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್ ಯಾವುದು? ದ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಒನ್, ದ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಫ್ರೂಟ್, ಆ್ಯಪಲ್, ಫ್ರೆಶ್, ರೈಟ್? ಆ್ಯಪಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೇನು ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಫುಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇನು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ Saussure thought that meaning is created through relationships and oppositions, not through direct reference to the real world. See here, sign, anything that conveys meaning, the object. Okay, so apple is like a object or a thing. Okay na? Okay. So signifier, things that give meaning, word or image, like sound, word, image. Leaf, round, apple, so red color, apple. So these type of a what? Physical existence. Okay, the physical existence of an apple. Round ಇರೋದು, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಲೀಫ್ ಇರೋದು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು, ಇದು ಏನು? ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫೈಯರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್ ದ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ದ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್, apple, freshness, healthy, right? So this is what signified. Easy, right? Next concept is semiotics or semiology, the study of sign and symbols and how they create meaning. Semiology, term by Saussure. Semiotics is a term by C.S. Peirce or Charles Sanders Peirce. He classified sign into icon, index and symbol. That you should remember, he classified sign into icon, index and symbol. Icon is a sign that looks like what it represents. Index is a sign that has a direct or a causal connection with what it represents. Symbol is a sign whose meaning is learned or agreed upon by convention, not natural. So icon, index, symbol. Icon resembles the object. Index, direct connection or a cause. Symbol, arbitrary, learned meaning. Okay, so this is what the concept of icon, index and symbol. Next concept, Claude Lévi-Strauss and bricolage. Claude Lévi-Strauss was an anthropologist who applied structuralism to myth and cultures. In The Savage Mind, published in 1962, he used the word bricolage, or also called bricolage. He used the term bricolage to describe the characteristic patterns of mythological thought. Bricolage means do it yourself or using what's available. He said myths are made like a bricolage, built using existing cultural materials, symbols and stories. The storyteller, like a bricolayer, doesn't invent new things but reuse existing ideas. Okay, doesn't invent new things but reuse existing ideas in new combinations to create meaning. Lévi-Strauss compares the working of the bricolayer and the engineer. Okay, structuralist narratology is the next concept embraced by Vladimir Propp, Zvitan Todorov, Roland, Barthes and Gerard Genet. It's the study of how stories are structured, how the story's meaning develops from its overall structure, langue, rather than from each individual story's isolated theme, which is called parole. Almost all stories share a deep pattern. Hero faces a problem, right? Goes on a journey, finds resolution, no matter the setting or a characters. So this is what the structuralist narratologist embraced by Vladimir Propp, Zvitan Todorov, Roland, Barthes and Gerard Genet. So this is what about structuralism, the concept of sign, signifier, signified and also icon, index and symbol. And then Claude Lévi-Strauss and the concept of bricolage and structuralist narratology. So you have to remember one thing, that this concept is most important, and they often ask questions from structuralism especially, right? Whether it's a Lévi-Strauss or Roland Barthes, right? So you should remember, and also they'll ask a lot of question on Ferdinand de Saussure, the concept of sign, signifier and signified. Okay, so read thoroughly all the concepts. This is the part 1 of structuralism. Okay, thank you. Like, share and subscribe.